I want you to know the history you've been told, the history you've been taught is wrong. It is completely wrong. It is upside down. So when you know that, you will know many other things that are wrong with the world and why they are wrong with the world. Because if we know the history, if we know where we came from, we can know what to do next. And I mean the truth about the history, about history. The true history. That's what I meant to say. So how are we going to learn what the true history is? Well, you have to do some research of your own. And that means looking in any area possible that you need to look in. Things are not as they seem. People are not as they say they are. Rulers are still here, even though they're not truly ruling. Only it's an illusion of them ruling. They're not truly in power. Once we see that we are truly the ones with the power, we will automatically shed the old. I mean, that's one way of putting it. But we will move away from what is not in harmony with the rest of the world and the universe. It has to be in harmony. This is not woo-woo stuff. It has to be in harmony for things to work. Love is logical. So, don't know where the confusion is these days, but it seems that people don't understand what real love is or real true care, what that is, and how that ties in with everything, all the conspiracies, all the things that are actually going on. No, they're not theories. The truth, what's underneath everything. See, if you really want to know, you can know what's underneath everything. Meaning the lies, the media, the crap you see on TV, in the news, everybody, talking about the latest trends and all that crap. None of that's real. All of it is fabricated. It literally is put together, stitched together, and then handed to you as if it's raw and real. It's not raw and real. If you really want that, you're gonna have to dig. And you have to dig, I say, first with the real history of your culture, of the country that you live in. Look up the wars. See if they're actually true. Find out the lies. Type in something in Google that you've always wondered and see if it's true. And really look and dig. And don't just click on the first couple results that show up. Try to question yourself and question the information that you're reading. Verify it with the truth. You'll know how to do this the more you do it. So once you get into it, you look up one thing. Something doesn't seem right, look into that. Something seems interesting, like, wow, this might be really what's going on. This makes sense. Look into that further. Weigh out your options and see what makes sense, what doesn't. What fits together with all these other puzzle pieces and what doesn't. Because this is really how it is. There's puzzle pieces out there, that's what I call them, and we put them together. Everybody puts, their thoughts out there, or what they have found, their findings, because basically it's just information being spread around. It's not like anybody owns the information. It's just one person writes down something in a book, and then another person makes a video about it, and then another person listens to that video and makes a make something of their own. Doesn't matter what it is. See, we're just sharing information. We're just trying to let each other know, let each other in on what's up, what's going on, so we can help each other. But the trick is that everything is out in the open now. Meaning we don't have the advantage of having our own minds being private anymore. That's what I'm saying. Or even communicating with someone else. It's always heard. Everything is always heard. Everything is always monitored, surveilled, filmed. So wake up and see that that's not being human. We need to go back to the basics of who we really are. It's not bad to want to live with less. It's not bad to want to be yourself and not buy all this extra crap you don't need and do all these other things you don't need to do. Buy all this stuff and do all these things to your body that you really don't even need to do. Or go out and buy a whole bunch of crap that just sits in your house. Or you pay for things that you don't really care about doing with people you don't even really like. And you're just doing these things because everybody else is doing them. You're listening to the same music because everybody else is listening to the same music. And you think it's cool because that's what they say is cool. Well, who is saying this is cool? Just because everybody else is doing it? Well, who started this? That's who you gotta ask yourself these questions. Why am I acting like a robot like everybody else? Because that's what happened to me, and I didn't realize, wow, I'm not looking too good on the inside. And I was questioning, why am I hanging out with these people? I don't even like them. They're not good for me. You have to come into who you really are and notice. Just notice the truth around you, and it hurts. Yeah, it hurts. It's gonna hurt. But you will rather, trust me, you would rather, I'm telling you this because I know. Sorry, I keep interrupting myself, but you would rather want to know sooner than later, because I went through this shit. You do things in your life and you realize that you don't really want to be there, but you keep doing it and you don't know why. You keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and it gets really, really, really old, really, really fast. And I'm saying that to show the effect of the repetitiveness that I went through, that I put myself through. Now I know the truth about everything, so I want to talk about it. Things are not so simply explained because the way that things are set up, the way even our language is set up, is hard to explain certain things. So, speaking from the heart is easier, but yet the heart really doesn't have language. It just is what it is, and you feel it, you know it, you sense it, and then you know it. You begin to have a relationship with it, you begin to love it. And I hope that I'm explaining myself right, but that communication, it's like soul-to-soul communication. That's the real communication. And I think that we were telepathic at one time, but now there's this weird, language thing where you have to project out what you're saying, but it really should be as simple as just connecting to somebody and telling them, you know, with your mind, but I'm not talking about any transhumanism stuff. I'm talking about the natural abilities that I just sense that we have. And there's things that are being hidden, there's things that are being suppressed. I think, like abilities of our own. We need to open that up more and explore that, what abilities we have. So once we do that, it can be easier to share information. Because think about it, I mean, that's the main thing that we're doing right now. People that are targeted, people that have this urge to reach out and say, hey, look, there's something going on, I don't like it, it's real bad, you know, can you help me? Not even can you help me, but just, can you listen to me? Can I talk to you? You know, because all these people are so alone and ostracized and put in these categories as like a misfit or someone who doesn't belong in society, or a nut, you know, someone who's crazy. Just isn't true. These people need someone to talk to. So this is what it's all about. It's funny because that's the main thing, is it's sharing information. And when I say funny, I don't mean it funny as in haha, just kind of like a connection in my brain was made when I said that. So we're all just trying to share these things with each other, or, you know, some I can tell that aren't comfortable speaking out yet, because I know I wasn't at first, but now I am, of course. And not being able to do that is something I understand completely. It, I guess, has its time when you want to come out and say something. Some people choose not to, and they choose to just research, but whatever you can do and to share this information, you know, that's what this is all about. So it's greatly appreciated. Any good information that's accurate and true, if you can share that and hopefully change somebody's mind or change somebody's view. I don't think we can change each other's mind per se, but just change their view on something, and they might say to themselves, okay, maybe I should just give this person a chance. And hopefully there are people that do that. But like I said, with the ability of our minds being able to be hacked, so to say, it does make it difficult. But as long as you don't have fear and you do you do what you love and do what makes you feel the happiest, but also knowing what you're doing is right, righteous, and I don't want to say a balance, but knowing when to knowing when to resist something and knowing when to attack. That's also a key thing. And it's something that you have to feel within yourself, know within yourself, get to know that, it's a feeling, it's a sense that we all have. It's like a muscle, you just have to exercise it, and you get stronger every time you do it. just like the researching, the more you research, the better you get at it. It's actually not just researching, but having discernment while researching is very important. You can't just, look at a whole bunch of things. You're going to overwhelm yourself. You have to know what to take and what to leave behind. Meaning something that resonates with you, meaning something that is true and you know it, you feel it, you sense it, whatever way you can connect with that. You'll just know. You'll just know. That's all I have to say about that. Again, it's like a muscle, so the more you exercise it, the more you'll be able to do that. And I guess if excuse me, I guess I can make future videos on that as well, about exercising your intuition or your inner guide. All right.